It means so much that you have found your way here. This space was created to be a sanctuary, a place where thoughts flow freely and we can embrace the journey of healing and understanding together. Sometimes, life feels like it's pulling us in a million directions, and in the chaos, we forget to slow down and just be. I hope this channel becomes a reminder to pause, breathe, and reflect on the things that truly matter. Today, I want to share a small but meaningful story about trust. It's not just about the trust in others, but also trust in ourselves and in the process of life. This story, as simple as it is, opened my eyes to how much effort it takes to build something meaningful and why that effort is worth it. I have this little bird at home. She's feisty and full of personality, but she doesn't trust easily. Every time I try to pet her, she bites me. It's not aggressive, just her way of saying, I'm not ready to trust you yet. At first, it was frustrating. I kept wondering what am I doing wrong, but then I realized something. It wasn't about what I was doing wrong, but it was about what I hadn't done enough of yet. Every day, I make an effort to connect with her. I talk to her softly, I offer her treats, and I approach her gently. And little by little, she's starting to trust me. She's letting me closer, even if just for a moment. This tiny interaction taught me something powerful. Trust isn't something you can demand or rush, it's something you earn over time with patience and through consistent effort. This got me thinking about how we build trust in our own relationships. So often we expect trust to just be there like an automatic response. But trust doesn't work like that. It's a living thing, something we nurture with care and effort. It's built in the small moments, showing up when it matters, keeping promises, and being there even when it's inconvenient. But let's be honest, it's not always easy, isn't it? Many of us have been hurt before. Maybe you have trusted someone who let you down or opened your heart only to have it broken. And when that happens, it's tempting to build walls to protect yourself. But here's the thing, those walls don't just keep others out, they keep you in. They isolate you from the very connections that could heal and enrich your life. Trust, like love, requires vulnerability. And yes, vulnerability is scary. It means taking risks, putting yourself out there, and hoping the other person will meet you halfway. But when we let go of fear and lean into the connection, the rewards can be profound. Trust isn't just about others trusting us, it's also about trusting ourselves enough to try again. Building trust isn't just about patience and effort, it's also about kindness. The world we live in can feel harsh and unkind at times, and it's easy to become cynical. But when I look closer, I realize that so much of negativity comes from pain. Hurt people hurt people. It's a cycle that keeps repeating unless someone chooses to break it. Kindness is one of the most underrated ways to break that cycle. It doesn't have to be grand gestures. Sometimes the smallest acts can have the biggest impact. A kind word, a moment of understanding, or simply listening without judgment can change someone's day or even their life. And when we practice kindness, we don't just help others, we heal ourselves too. Of course, it's not always easy, and there are people who will test your limits, situations that will challenge your patience, and days when kindness feels like the last thing you want to give. But in those moments, I remind myself kindness isn't about what others deserve, it's about who I want to be. And the ripple effects of even a single act of kindness can reach further than we ever imagine. The lesson from my bird is simple, but it applies to so many areas of life. Trust takes time, healing takes effort, and kindness has the power to transform even the smallest corners of our world. It's not about being perfect or getting it right every time. It's about trying, showing up, and believing in the process. Imagine if we all approached our relationships this way, with patience, effort, and a commitment to kindness. How much lighter would the world feel? How much more connected would we be? This is what I hope this space becomes, a little sanctuary where we can learn, share, and grow together. Trust, healing, and kindness are journeys, not destinations, and we are all walking those paths in our own way. What about you? Is there a moment in your life that taught you something about trust or healing? I'd love to hear your story in the comments. Let's take this journey together, one story, one thought, one small step at a time. Thank you for being here. It truly means the world to me.